You want to bleach your curls. Let's talk about it. First off, hi, my name is Julia. I've been making curly hair content on literally every platform for the last 4 years, and one of the biggest questions I have been asked is how I maintain my bleached blonde curls. I've been bleaching my hair since 2022, so I've kind of gotten the hang of things and I've picked up a lot of things. So I'm gonna teach you everything that I've learned about bleaching curly hair, maintaining it, and I'm gonna break it down into 4 sections. Section 1, what can happen to your hair if you do bleach it. 2, how to go about getting your hair bleached. 3, the maintenance of having bleached curls. And 4, overall, just how bleaching has affected my curls. Let's jump right into it. I think one of the biggest things that have prevented people from bleaching their curls are all the horror stories they have heard about people bleaching their hair. And I think it's important to keep those horror stories in mind, but I genuinely think that with the right maintenance, more people than less can bleach their hair and like be successful with it and still have really good curls. Genuinely, I really think it's all about the maintenance, and I'm gonna talk about that a lot in this video. Starting off, it's important to know where your hair is already at before you bleach it. You're gonna have less success bleaching your hair if you already have a ton of damage. Per se, you like to straighten your hair all the time, so you've got heat damage. Let's say that you like to do slick back, so you have a lot of breakage and your hair strands are really weak, or you're a swimmer and you've got a lot of chlorine damage. All of these things will affect your hair and like the health of your hair. And if you do some of these things, like things that damage your hair, and then you bleach your hair, you are further damaging your curls. Bleach damages your hair. And if you are putting damage on top of damage, your curls are not gonna like that. So if it is your goal to bleach your curls, I would really recommend making sure your hair is in a healthy state already, so then when you do bleach your hair, it'll be a lot easier to maintain and bring back the health of your curls. Now, what can bleaching do to your curls? And I'm gonna say may do to your curls because it may happen and you truly don't know until you do it yourself. 1, it can change the texture of your hair. Your hair might feel more brittle, it might feel more soft, it might change your curl pattern, it can make them looser, it can make them tighter, it can make them bigger or smaller. It might impact the way that you style your curls, so maybe you have to do a new styling routine if you bleached your hair because your bleached hair doesn't like your old routine. Same thing for products. If you bleach your bleached hair might not like the products that you were using and you might have to switch things up. Now, the likeliness of all of these things happening is slim, but I just wanted to mention them because they are things that may happen, and I don't want you to feel crazy if they do happen to you because it's happened to other people, and there are ways to balance that. You just have to figure it out, which kind of sucks, but that's like the journey of curly hair, is figuring out. Next section. So now that we're like, okay, yes, we are gonna bleach our hair, let's go, let's get it done. Where are we getting it done? Like what are we doing? I will not recommend anything else but to get your curly hair bleached by a professional. A curly hair specialist of some ordeal, somebody who cuts curly hair, somebody who colors curly hair, genuinely, just somebody who knows curls is gonna be the most ideal situation. But if not anything, try and get somebody who specializes in color. Now you might be like, Julia, why am I gonna get it done professionally? Like, I can do it at home, I've done stuff at home before, whatever. Hear me out. Especially if you are bleaching your hair for the first time. When you go to a stylist, if they're like a good stylist, they're gonna do a strip test, which is basically just taking a small section of your hair and doing a little bit of a test process on it. So they're gonna lift it like with the bleach, see how your hair reacts, and this is gonna tell your hairstylist so many vital things about bleaching and lightening your hair. It's gonna teach them what volume your hair needs to lighten at. It's gonna tell them how long it takes to lighten your hair. It's gonna tell them how like your hair actually reacts to being bleached. It's just really important to get this done by somebody who knows hair because they're gonna know how to treat your hair best. And if you do this at home and you mess up, not only can it damage your curl pattern, it can also damage your scalp, and like bleach is not a thing to be messed with. Like, just please, if you can, get it done by somebody who's a professional. If you're like, Julia, I don't have a curly hair specialist near me, I don't know what to do, this is what we're gonna do. If you know anybody with curly hair, ask them where they get their hair done, because more likely than not, if you don't have a curly hair specialist near you that you can just like Google and search and, oh, curly hair specialist near me. If you can't find that, ask somebody you know with curly hair. And they might be going to somebody who cuts their curly hair that works at a salon that doesn't really like advertise that they have somebody who can do curly hair. I have noticed more and more people popping up here and there who specialize in doing curly hair. I go to Mace's Beauty Mark in New Jersey, and I live in Pennsylvania, and it's worth the 2-hour drive because like she does a fantastic job. I trust her to cut my curls, to bleach and color and everything my curls. But like, again, if you don't have a curly hair specialist near you, ask somebody you know with curly hair. Look up on Reddit, look up on Facebook. Hey, does anybody have like a curly hair specialist they like to go to? If you've got curly hair, where do you get your hair cut? Just Try and use your resources. Social media is going to be a good friend of yours in this. Next, let's say we have successfully bleached our hair. We've now got bleached hair and we're like, yes, okay, now what? Now we maintain. This is the fun part because there is a lot of things that I do to maintain my blonde hair to keep it looking the way that it does. And I swear keeping up on this has helped my hair health incredibly. When you bleach your hair to blonde, you pretty much have stripped everything from it and your hair is gonna be dry. It's gonna want hydration. It wants that moisture. So doing hair masks and deep conditioners are going to be really helpful of getting that hydration back into your hair, especially more recently to like when you get it done. Currently, my favorite hair mask is the Avalo by Olivia Mango Mask. This stuff is so hydrating and my hair absolutely loves it. It also smells incredible, but she's also so pretty. And I let this sit in my hair for like 25 minutes and I try and do this maybe once every other week, like for a treatment. Now, deep conditioners and masks are great, but especially for bleached hair, bonding treatments are what's going to really be saving your curls. There's a lot of really good bonding treatments out there, but the bonding treatment I swear by is the Curlsmith Bond Curl Rehab Salve. I love this product so much and I have been using it religiously since getting my hair bleached, and I give so much credit to this product about how the way that my curls look. Basically what a bonding treatment can do is it like really penetrates your hair and can help repair the bonds that are broken in your hair strands, which basically means that your hair isn't gonna have as much breakage. It can help your hair shine come back and help like curl definition come back. Genuinely, I love this product. With the Bond Curl Rehab Salve, I will use that like the first wash day after getting my hair done just to really help like revive my curls. And you do not need a lot of it. It is not a conditioner, so what I do is I wet down my hair and I apply a little bit of it to the blonde sections of my hair. I let it sit for about 30 minutes and then I will rinse it out, shampoo, condition, and go on with my routine. This is very liquidy. You don't need a lot. A little goes a very long way, and I have found that bottles last a very long time, so it's well worth the money. Now that we've treated the health of our hair, how are we gonna maintain the color? Because blonde hair likes to get brassy and it's not fun having brassy hair. So these are the things that I like to do to maintain my blonde to keep it more even toned. A lot of people have probably heard of like doing purple shampoos when they bleach their hair for like blonde hair and stuff, but I have found that most purple shampoos are really drying. I've also found that like when I use a purple shampoo, my hair might be like, you know, more even in color, it's more toned, but then my hair feels like straw and I don't necessarily love that. So instead of doing a purple shampoo, I like using purple conditioners. Personally, my favorite purple conditioner is my custom conditioner by Prose. I did my little hair quiz and basically like you can put in that you have blonde hair and it will make your conditioner purple. And I love doing this one because it's subtle, so I can use this in every wash day and it just like slightly like deposits that pigment to my hair. So like every time I'm using it, it's not like making my hair super ashy. It's just like maintaining that blonde color. She is truly amazing. I love this purple conditioner. Prose is just great in general because it's also color safe for your hair if you select that in your quiz. I talk about Prose a lot, I know. I love Prose, but this stuff is great. The next thing I like to do is like my one and done, get it all over treatment. And that is the Cara Color Clenditioner color depositing hair mask conditioner thing. So what I do with this stuff is I wet down my hair, like the blonde sections, and I will apply this to my hair and let it sit for 30 minutes. After, I will rinse it out and then I shampoo and condition like normal, and this just like evenly tones my hair and gives it like a really big oomph. So I will do this like maybe once a month, but if my blonde like it gets brassier quicker, you can use this as many times as you want to kind of like get to the color level that you want. If you really want your curls to be like platinum and like get that really bright blonde, you can let this sit longer. You can kind of play around with like how long you let it sit in your hair depending on like how much you want your hair to be like platinum, I guess. Speaking of maintaining, there's also a lot of little things that you can do to just genuinely like overall maintain the health of your hair. And I know I'm a repeat offender when it comes to talking about this stuff, and I do talk about it all the time, but it's so important, and I wouldn't talk about it if I didn't think it was important. Number one, switching to silk and satin everything. Silk and satin are genuinely going to be your best friend. It's such an easy switch out, and you can do so many things to switch out. So like, instead of using normal hair ties, use a silk or satin scrunchie or silk or satin like little hair tie. Use a silk or satin pillowcase, use a silk or satin headband, just like anything you use that's cotton in your hair, you can switch out to silk or satin. And honestly, silk and satin now is pretty inexpensive and you can find it so many different places. Other things include making sure you're protecting your hair at night. That's a big one because it just like protects your curls overall. Making sure the products you are using are actually good for your hair. Do a lot of research on your products. I can't stress that enough. Overall, just like styling your curls is going to be really good for your hair because like just keeping up on your curl maintenance is really important for hair health. Doing low tension curly hairstyles instead of slick backs is really important because your hair is already going to be in a fragile state from being bleached. So doing low tension curly hairstyles is really important. I have so many of them posted on my Instagram, but I will be posting more on here as I continue doing YouTube stuff. Okay, so now we know what can happen to our curls if we bleach them. We know how to get it done. We know how to maintain them. Now, these are all of the things that I have personally noticed about my bleached hair. 1, whenever I get my hair bleached or like touched up, my curls tend to be looser for the next like 2 to 3 wash days, but then they go back to normal. That is because I'm doing maintenance to them. If I did not use the bonding masks or I did not use like the platinum thing, like I don't think my curls would become like as revived as they do. So I swear, keeping up on the maintenance is like so important. I have noticed that in the bleach section of my hair, my curls are a bit stringier than the rest of my hair, but I've also always kind of had that. And as my hair gets longer, my curls tend to just get stringier in general. When I first started bleaching my curls, I was still scrunching product just directly into my hair, but now I use the bounce curl brush to evenly distribute product throughout my hair. And I have found this helps like form my curls better because when I just was scrunching, my blonde sections tended to be like really wonky and uneven and looked different than the rest of my curl pattern. So now I evenly distribute my product through and then I scrunch up, and I found this helps like maintain the shape of my curls in the blonde sections. Oh, I've also noticed that different parts of my blonde get brassier quicker than other parts of my blonde, which makes sense because normally if my hair gets brassy, it always starts towards the top, which is like the healthier part of my hair. So like it would get brassier quicker that compared to down here. But it's honestly like, it's pretty easy to fix. I just let the platinum mask thing sit longer up here than I do the rest of my hair, and it tones it out pretty evenly. Ooh, I've also noticed that the blonde sections of my hair do dry quicker than the rest of my hair. So when I diffuse, I will diffuse the back of my hair first and then work to the front, because if I dry the blonde section before the rest of my hair and then I continue diffusing, my blonde gets so frizzy. But I think that's only a concern if you only bleach like part of your hair like I have, but like your hair might take different times to dry if you do bleach it. To summarize, do I think bleaching curly hair is worth it? Yeah, absolutely. I love having my hair like this. It has genuinely become such a big part of my personality, and you are going to have to strip it away from me. I love it so much. Like, I love doing hairstyles because like the blonde peeks out, and like it's just so fun, and like I can tone it different colors throughout the seasons to match things. It's just like, it's so fun, and like maintaining it is so worth it because like it's just so fun. Like it's just, I love it. With that being said, I have yapped far enough, like always, and I hope you find this video helpful. Subscribe. This is my first long YouTube video, so let me know what you think in the comments because I'm still not really used to doing this, and I hope you found it helpful or entertaining or something. And let me know what other videos you want to see, like long form, because I can yap about a lot of different things, whether it be curls, plants, piercings, tattoos. I can talk about a lot of stuff. Follow me on other pages. Hope you find this helpful. Subscribe and whatever. Okay, bye.